Is that the kind of performance you hope to have against your former team?
Yes. Efficient. You win. I like that.
You walked in your old jersey. How long have you had that planned?
For a very long time. I thought it would be cool. Like, to come back when I wanted to come back, and y'all know I like to get dressed, so I thought I could put something together and look good and then be able to rep the city at the same time.
I've probably been asked about coming back all day, but to feel the love from fans before the game, what was that moment like for you?
It was special. Especially coming off of winning a gold medal. I think this was something that I've been building, while I was here. So coming off of that, and then to be able to come here and be embraced by the city, by the fans, that means everything. I love this city.
They always talks about you and Natasha specifically getting your feet muddy in the paint and your downhill process. You mentioned that you wanted to continue to evolve in the drive and kick game, and that you had some conversation with some NBA players about that particular context. Can you just kind of speak to your growth and evolution there, and maybe who you spoke to and kind of get guidance from?
I just think that that's the next part of my game. I think me and Nate has had many conversations about me being a playmaker. And I think that's important because as I continue to grow, it's just gonna get harder. Teams are, scouting and everything. So if I'm able to be a better passer, to find my teammates when they're open, that'll alleviate the pressure off of me also. So those are just conversations I've had, and just like being at the Olympics and being with the guys, we were just talking about like matchups and like different how people play, and talked about LeBron specifically. How he's just incredible. And it's a very tough cover. One, you can't guard him one-on-one. And then you're bringing help, and he's finding shooters, and he's just prolific. That's my goal. But yeah. So yeah, that's who I want to be like.
Any more assertiveness or energy than normal coming out and being a part of the way the team started? And is it kind of an unwritten rule that your teammates kind of expect to look for you on your first game back?
Just this is me. Night in and night out. I think my teammates do a good job in finding me. And my coaches believe in me. So when I'm out there, I'm just getting after it.
The last week, there's been so many things going on, from winning the gold medal to obviously coming home. Have you been able to process everything over the last few days? And what's that even look like after a performance from tonight?
Luckily I flew straight here. So I was able to enjoy the city, and just like take some time. I coming into the season and understanding how it was, I knew coming out of the Olympics we wouldn't have a lot of time. So I feel good. I was grateful to win a gold medal and to physically still have been playing. So yeah, I'm here.
You talk about your basketball journey, obviously, when that started here, but when you were traded, what's next after that? You're second league in scoring, you got a gold medal. What's next in your basketball career?
Man, I gotta get a defensive player of the year. Come on, it's never ending. It's never ending for me anyway, but the sky is really the limit. Ha.
It's pretty looking forward to the second half of the season as you guys make a push to get into the playoffs.
I'm excited for us to just continue to grow together. I think that we've had adversity throughout the season, and it's such a great group. So when we're all out there playing together, and I just hope that we continue to grow and just make a real big push before the playoffs.
Time for one more.
Got a chance to spend a little extended time with DT over there in Paris. What's that relationship been like with you guys, and anything specific any specific gems she's given you over the little time?
That's D. She's always talking to me, communicating with me, just about the USA basketball experience, and understanding how to navigate through that, and then being her teammate. She's just a great leader. So yeah.
Definitely. I think she should be very satisfied with that performance. I know we are. she was locked in from the jump. I mean, she's been locked in since, I mean, being over in Paris. So we all know what she can do. We've been on the other end of it in this arena. So I'm just happy that I get to see it from the side of being her teammate now.
You and her both very dominant performances tonight, despite having just 4 days off. How are your guys' bodies feeling?
I mean, I feel pretty good. Kind of feel rested, honestly. Yeah, no, it's so used to flying and being back and forth that the jet lag doesn't really bother me too much. But I mean, I feel pretty fresh, honestly. So
When Kahleah starts to have the performance in the first half that she's having, what part of it is like, let's help, but also like, let's kind of stay out of her way and let her do her thing?
I mean, it's a balance of, okay, like, should I go set the screen? Should I, hang back, let her rock out? I mean, I like letting her just rock out because good things happen. And then we just crash behind it, and in the unlikelihood that it doesn't go in. So it's a good balance, and I think when we just let it rock, it's the best.
Stephen High 6 assists for you today. But like there was some intention behind you getting the ball in the middle third of the floor and just kind of facilitating. Can you just kind of speak to how your offense kind of can shapeshift and take on different forms and still be extremely effective?
It was something I always wanted to, like, I worked on it, early on in my career. Like, I didn't always want to have to just, only way I can score is back to the basket. I want to be able to step out, being able to, facilitate, because I see so much, people collapse in on me, double team. So somebody's open, and I always wanted to be able to, be able to hit them and get them the ball. So, and then my teammates just trusting in me, coaching staff trusting in me to be in that position where I can, make those decisions. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. I know it was 6. I was like, wow, okay, it's kind of cool.
Can you kind of speak to just the way your two-player game has evolved with Kahleah over the course of the season?
Oh yeah, I couldn't wait. I mean, her coming off any pick and roll. I mean, you got to pick. It's like, me and Dee, we found that early on, and it's been our bread and butter. Me and her, and now being able to do that with Ka. I mean, I love when I catch it off the block, and I know she's running down. I'm definitely giving it to her.
Go ahead.
You guys have had these opportunities over the last month to really just continue to gel together. How important was the Olympic break? It wasn't much of a break, but you guys being able to continue to gel, how important is that for the second half of this season?
I mean, it was super important because we got to do it, on a different team. We got to do it, away from, everybody. I just feel like you make that chemistry when it's not like, planned, when it's just like, let's just hang out, let's do something. So, and we did a lot of hanging out over there in Paris. So it's been nice to just be able to gel with her. Shout out to, her first one in gold too at that. So, big shout out to Ka for that one.
You talked about rarely getting to play against ladies your size.
Mm-hmm.
Got to match up with Camilla tonight. How was that? And does that make you want to get down on the block and do a little more work, or open your game up a little bit more?
I mean, I always like going up against, people my size. And I look forward to it tonight, and I was happy with it. I'm just gonna kind of read it. Like, I don't ever go into the game like, all right, let me try to stretch it out more on this one, or I just kind of like read how they playing me, what the matchup is, they sending help, and that just kind of dictates what I want to do that night. But I was happy with how it went.
We're gonna end with 2 on Zoom. Michael?
Yeah, thank you. BG, I was just wondering, obviously you had the injuries you're dealing with at the beginning of the season, but what are your thoughts on what this team can accomplish the rest of the way through, especially if everybody's sort of able to stay healthy and keep building on where you are now?
I mean, getting to the championship, that's the goal in Phoenix, no matter what. I've been on teams where, we got the playoffs with a few people, and, I've been there where we had the whole team. Anything can happen, after this break. There's a lot of people, a lot of teams that are hungry. I know we're ready to make that push. And, I mean, the sky's the limit for this team, honestly. Like, we just do what we need to do, and everybody stays ready to step up. Each night, you never know when it's going to be your number called. I think we'll do really, really good.
Last question, Dana.
Yeah, just wondering about how tonight you had the team high or season high 10 blocks, and how important is that to get in rhythm in protecting the rim, especially going up against the Indiana Fever tomorrow with their inside play?
I mean, no matter who's on the court, I'm gonna be in the paint. You know, I'm gonna try to protect the rim, alter shots, even if I don't get over there to block them. I mean, they see me coming. I mean, that's a big goal, protect the paint. Nate talks about it all the time in practice. I mean, anytime I'm able to just be there and help out, I think good things happen.
Thanks, CJ.
How we looked in the second half, I thought we were maybe going to look in the first half. Yeah, we came out extremely sharp. That was some of our best offensive basketball of the years, just as far as sharing it. Yeah, and we really competed at the defensive end, I thought, especially the first three quarters. And we're going to need that moving forward. I thought we really did a good job. We out rebounded this team, who's been a high end rebounding team all year, and that's something we talked pregame about some of our struggles. So obviously, they had a big trade. Carter's out. It's going to take them a minute to kind of figure it out. And the same with us. We talked about it pregame. We haven't had many practices with our group, and but I thought our focus was really good, and we competed at a high level.
Talk about the sharpness, and like you just alluded to, you didn't have much time coming
Yeah.
off the break.
Yep.
What do you attribute that sharpness to? Is it some of the kind of having the time playing, kind of coming back and bleeding that to other players?
Well, it helps having good veteran players, right? And we've got that in our starting group, and our young players were around, obviously, during that break. We didn't get a lot of practice time just because we didn't have a lot of people around and injuries. But yeah, I think it shows how smart of players our starters are. The last 2 days we really haven't been able to do much besides some 5-on-0. And yeah, we came out and executed, shared it, spaced it, threw it into BG and let her do her thing. And yeah, I was extremely happy with the first three quarters for sure.
Brittney had 6 assists tonight. That was her season high.
Yep.
Felt like there was some intention in terms of kind of breaking the defense and allowing her to facilitate from there. Can you just kind of speak to how she's just a coverage solution for you all essentially?
Yeah. One of the things we've talked about in over the break was trying to get her at the ball at the elbow more, just because she is such a really good passer. And then, in the post, teams have a decision to make. And that's now BG, I'm just talking about you in here. So she did a great job passing the ball all night, but I was really proud of her defense. Look at her. Yeah, that's good. No, she did. I mean, she knows how to play. And when there's double teams, she'll share it. When she's one-on-one, she'll go to score, and our group trusts her.
You always talk about your guards getting their feet muddy, getting in the paint.
Yeah.
I mean, Kahleah was in the paint almost every time she touched the ball. Can you just kind of speak to how that really sets the tone for your team and really makes you all predictable?
Yeah, I think Kahleah coming back from the break, one thing she wants to get better at is the drive and kick stuff. And, she probably can tell you she had some discussions with some high-level NBA guys and what they see. And, she's still trying to evolve. When she's willing to share it, now they have a decision to make. And she did a great job along with Tosh. Those are the two that play downhill for us, and they're just so important for our offense.
Coach, how do you prepare for an offense like this that throughout the entire season was primarily ran through Kennedy Carter and Marina Mabry? This is kind of a new look team, especially without Carter in there.
Yeah.
What was kind of the preparation going into this game on what you wanted to do?
Well, a lot of the talk the last 24 hours was obviously about Carter, and then just, we didn't know how it was going to be without Mabry, just because all the film we've had was with her. And then obviously with Carter out, at that point, it was just like, we got to make this more about us and our execution and our focus defensively. And I thought our group bought into that.
Celeste Taylor has some big minutes for you all today. Can you just kind of speak to how she's progressed in terms of getting some minutes to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, when Celeste came back for All-Star break, that was her first time in Phoenix. You know, we had picked her up and just been on the road. So, you know, she's really competitive defensively, which we love. I don't know if she's a point or a two yet, but I do know when she gets downhill, she can make some really good reads. And then, you know, for a young player, she's really good defensively, and to get on the floor with a veteran group, if you compete at the defensive end, they'll believe in you and get behind you. And that's what our group has done with her.
We're gonna do one more. Coach, did you have family in the stands? It looked like you had like a fan section.
Oh, really? I don't know if I did, but Kira Vitas, our B-ball ops, pretty much runs the whole works for the Mercury. She's got a big Greek family here. People, all of her family here in Chicago. I think she's got some from Boston. I wish they were my family, but yeah, they were. I don't know how many she had, 20, 25, 30. So if they're Kira's family, they're my family, and they were rooting the Mercury on tonight. So
Thanks, Nate.
awesome. Thank you.